Welcome everybody back to the Throw It Down Big Fella podcast. On this part two episode, we talk all things NFL, free agency, winners and losers, and much more. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Throw it down, big man.
All right, so last week I had a wardrobe malfunction wrong my suit for getting ready for the wedding and all. So we didn't get to the hottest topic that was last week, which is NFL free agency that just dominated all last week. So quickly talk about it a little bit, get it all out there. Darren, I'll start with your Denver Broncos. Let it all out.
Do I even want to talk about them?
Please do. Because I've been waiting all week. I've been waiting all week to get this. I think the fans have been waiting all week to get your reaction to what they have not done. Go ahead.
Make dumb decisions. Like
no, go back because it kind of go back to the beginning. It kind of froze from the original beginning. What you said, like,
okay,
go ahead.
Whenever you make a dumb decision, like these Denver Broncos, giving up everything for us.
Oh man!
And then not only that, you double down on the dumb foolery by saying, you know what? I'm not going to pay Russ. I'd rather eat this guaranteed money or this cap loss and just pay him this guaranteed money. And now, and the crazy thing about it, these Steelers, who've only scored no more than 17 points last year, are going to get a Super Bowl winning quarterback for what? $1.4 million. They're bringing in these free agents. They done made these signings. I've never seen this organization. I've never seen the Pittsburgh Steelers do as much free agency moves as they did in my life.
Yeah.
These folks are doing exactly what the Denver Broncos were doing. So Denver was just like, well, maybe we can just get the one half and hopefully we can get the other half. That didn't happen. So you were stuck with a crappy one half trying to make chicken salad out of chicken crap in the first year, and it didn't go well. So then now you go into the second year, you bring in Sean Payton. Sean Payton hears what's going on with Nathaniel Hackett allowed to happen that previous year. Wilson bringing in his own team into to team facilities. So F all the team trainers that we got on staff. You just gonna bring your own folks? That's not a good look. You give him his own office. How you think that's gonna look in the locker room? Like that doesn't help team morale at all. So now Sean Payton's hearing all of this, and he's already irritated. Now you go fast forward throughout the year, throughout this past season, and there's numerous instances where Sean Payton is just grilling Russ. And it's really more because he's more mad that Russ, you have let this thing go way out of get way out of hand to the point where this team doesn't even really just give a damn because you're here. And you don't put this just this aura on this team. So then they end up making that business decision, even though I feel like it was a stupid business decision. I felt like you should just kept Russ for another year.
Yeah.
See what happens. Still make the moves you need to make, because I still feel like you needed to get Jerry Jeudy off. Because what Steve Smith said, he's just a guy.
He's just that top 3 tier, yeah. Like just another guy.
And then you make some more roster moves with Simmons. So that all these mistakes, all these cuts, all these salary cap stuff is all because of what? You making this dumb old decision, trying to rush the process and get Wilson. up in Denver instead of just waiting, because you'll never know what happened. Rodgers probably would have left New York, or you could have landed some other quarterback that you would have had money for at that point. But no. So here we are. This past week, you would think the Denver Broncos would get a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
You would think. Because all you got is just Jarrett Stidham behind the center.
Jarrett Stidham.
I'm not seeing Sam Darnold get off the board, Tyrod Taylor off the board, Jacoby Brissett off the board,
Jimmy G.
Jimmy suspended PEDG off the board.
Joshua Dobbs.
And that was what really brought the Campbell's back right there. I'm just like, how do you don't even get Josh Dobbs?
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner was just going to be too expensive. Some of these people are just going to be too expensive, which I get. Why? Because you made that stupid mistake. So I already knew it was already going to be slim pickings with the quarterbacks, but it's just like, if Sam Darnold can get a what he got, like an 10 mil contract for 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. 1 year.
You mean to tell me you can't pay a quarterback? The Walmart family. That's chump change. Y'all can't drop 7-8 mil to get him?
Or Joe Flacco. Y'all could have went and got Joe Flacco.
No, I don't want Joe Flacco. No.
1 year.
I don't want
Just
Joe.
for 1 year.
No, I don't want Joe. No. No. And that's the problem. Because now we're down to that's what we're all down to now. Joe Flacco, Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill, baby. Tannehill still available. Still on the board.
Only because he wants too much money, and don't nobody want to pay him that money. So Denver's just waiting for him to drop his asking price.
And then y'all pounce.
Because they can't afford anything else.
Would it make you feel better if they just get a quarterback? Would it make you feel a little at ease? Or
no?
What about Justice Simmons? Simmons is still available. Your safety. He's still out there. You need to worry about him, don't you think? Like,
we'll probably have to re-sign him. We just get him to restructure his contract or whatever. But listen, man. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to draft a quarterback at this point. They have to.
They're going
more than likely they're going to draft JJ, which is I'm on the fence about JJ.
The Giants might. I think that's the Giants all over JJ McCarthy. I really think that's what the Giants are going to do. If they do that, it puts all that pressure on Danny Dimes. All the pressure on Danny Dimes.
I feel like that pressure was already on him once he got that contract.
Well, he got hurt, so they gave him a little excuse pass. But now if they get JJ McCarthy, that hot seat got hotter.
Yeah.
It got hotter. What was I gonna say? I think I put it on that group text. Hashtag suck for Shedeur Sanders 2025.
Oh man.
And Coach Prime. Two for the price of one. Man. 2 for the price of one. Now there's a quote that Coach Prime came out and said, "I don't want my son playing cold weather." Okay. If the Broncos do a fire sale, if they would you like them to go 0-18?
We're not going 0-18.
I'm just.
I know that for sure. We're
playing.
not going 0-18. Our defense is too good to go to 0-18.
Maybe
that's
2-16.
not happening.
Maybe 2-16.
Okay, that may be in the works because this upcoming up year, it's gonna. I may not watch any Denver Bronco football at all this next coming up year because it's just gonna be a throwaway season. It's the following year that we're gearing up for, but yeah. It's not going to look good. It's not going to be good.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully they play themselves into like a top 5 pick next year.
And Shedeur Sanders. And you get
they may draft a quarterback this year and a quarterback next year. That's sometimes what you just got to do though. You just got to keep drafting quarterbacks until you hit one.
The Sean Payton, he keeps on doing this, he's gonna find himself fired next year. That's what's
If
gonna happen.
Sean Payton keeps bringing in these former Saints,
What?
turn this team into the Denver Saints, that's my other issue.
The New Orleans Saints of the Mountain West.
That's my other issue.
Oh, I'm
How
sorry.
many of these old people that are hitting up your phone talking about, can I get a job?
Who's the
And you
defensive
keep
coordinator?
bringing them over here.
Who's next? The defensive coordinator that had all that the hidden gate thing. They're gonna bring him back. That crooked defensive coordinator.
Oh man,
They're
no,
gonna bring him
I
back.
hope not. I
God,
hope
come
not.
on.
I
Sean
hope
gotta get
not.
it together. I'm sorry that your Broncos are going through it. So, on a positive note, I could talk about my Eagles a little bit. What offseason we had. Saquon Barkley, I'm gonna be honest. Like, people are excited about this. I'm a little skeptical about it. A little skeptical.
I would be too.
I
would
mean,
be too.
the man has not been healthy since his rookie or sophomore year. Like, he's always hurt at the wrong time. Like, even last year, only missed 3 games last year. I get it. But if he would have, I think there's bigger problems on our defense than there was with Saquon. Like, and DeAndre Swift, he did okay job. Like, I didn't think it's time for it. Let's go a different direction with Saquon. Like, can Saquon, AJ, can we all mesh together? Because Saquon needed the ball in New York. He doesn't really necessarily need it now. So that's an adjustment on his part. Like, he's not going to be ball dominant like he was in New York. So if he can adjust to it and realize that I'm not the guy no more, I'm not the main guy no more. I'm just a guy on a puzzle piece. Like, then maybe they'll be fine. But defensively, I still don't know. Like, it's a bunch of questions than our answers on defense. Now, we bought back Gardner Johnson, which okay, he did a decent job in Detroit, a really good job. He did a good job compared to what we have in our secondary. Besides Darius Slay, it's an upgrade to the utmost power. So we'll see what happens there. They picked up Devin White from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We picked up Bryce Huff, former Memphis Tiger, had 10 sacks with the Jets last year. You put that with Josh Sweat. You put that with Josh Sweat. Who's the other guy? Son Reddick. You put those 3 together, maybe a dominant defensive end, but it just go back to our secondary and corner. If we could get Justin Simmons from you guys, Merry Christmas. Like, Merry Christmas. Oh my God. You know what? Y'all could be the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC because the Cowboys, kind of like the Denver Broncos, didn't do a damn thing as well.
At least they got money to do something.
So what was their plan? Was just to get Micah and CeeDee Lamb, just to bring them back, like in the Dak Prescott
for the most part,
contract?
that's really what it is. The first 2 names, they got to make sure they get paid up first. They obviously they believe that they just don't need a running back. Obviously, they're just like, we're good. They're either gonna run with what is it, Deuce Vaughn?
Yeah.
They're either gonna ride with him and I forgot the other boy's name on there.
Well, Rondo. I know you're talking about McClain. I know you're talking about the guy
and
that
then
was. They need to draft a running back. What's crazy about the Cowboys?
More than likely, they're gonna draft a running back. More than likely, they ain't got no choice but to at this point.
But what's crazy is that they didn't offer Derrick Henry a contract, which, shocking, surprisingly, he left Tennessee to go to the Baltimore Ravens. Man,
they didn't offer him a contract because they weren't gonna be able to pay him, and they were actually no correction. They could be able to pay him. They just didn't want to pay him that money. Hell, they even who was it? Was it Zach Moss? Yeah. That they were pretty much just like, he's too expensive. Mm-hmm. Zach Moss is too expensive for y'all too.
That's right.
Then y'all don't even look at running backs. Then don't even just go draft one. Don't even look at him then. If y'all not going to pick him up.
I mean, okay.
So
that's Jerry Jones. Exactly. That's Jerry Jones for it. Oh,
Exactly. I'm just
shout out to Kenny Pickett. We also got him up. I'm not excited. I'm not enthused at all about Kenny Pickett coming to. We could have got Justin Fields. Oh,
why? Why?
oh. I like
Why?
Justin. I like
But you
Jay.
have
I love
Jalen.
Jalen. I love Jalen, but that's a very good insurance policy to have Justin Fields right there waiting. That's all I'm saying. Like Kenny Pickett is not a good insurance policy. Not at all. Like I
I
just
think
I
it's a
don't
good
know.
insurance policy to get through a game. No,
Over
no, no,
Justin
no.
Fields?
If you to get through a game, yes. Well, not even guess on top of that. Of course, I would love to have Justin Fields over Keenan Pickett, just any other in any situation in general.
Mm,
But my thing is, y'all already got a dominant quarterback. Y'all don't need to have Justin just sitting on the bench, just especially you're giving away assets just to put an asset on the bench. So
mm,
I just feel like that move for y'all just wouldn't be just a smart move. Uh, but with what I'm saying is, just to get somebody just to finish a game off. Let's just say Jalen gets hurt. He needs someone to come in and just go ahead and finish the game. Or it's a blowout win. You just need somebody to come finish the game for you. That's who Kenny Pickett is. He can't start no game for you because let me tell you what, he ain't gonna be able to finish the game for you because he's gonna be on a stretcher somewhere.
mm.
He can't stay healthy to save his life. That's why his time in Pittsburgh was so I guess irritating for the organization in a lack of terms because it's just like man, you got the potential, you got the skills because I Kenny Pickett, he ain't just a trash quarterback.
No,
I'm being serious. He's not garbage at all. He just gets hurt
he
so
take
much,
he takes so many hits, like so many hits.
and he
And
doesn't even have to. That's
right,
the thing.
right. Any other team that just okay? Oh, Tennessee Titans. I feel like the Tennessee Titans made a lot of high risk, high risk, low reward type of moves they made.
Yeah,
It's to be determined if they can maybe contend with Houston or Jacksonville. It's to be determined. But Tony Pollard, he was hurt. He was dinged up last year. They brought him in. They bought in Calvin Ridley. What's the crazy thing is they didn't want to pay AJ Brown, but they're going to pay Calvin Ridley all this money, and they could have gave that to AJ Brown. That's another
because I,
discussion.
I think that's probably what it is. They just like listen. We already made this mistake one time. We can't bring him back now. AJ's already gone, so we're gonna try to make ends right this time and pay Calvin Ridley. And I just feel like that's also just a questionable decision. If I was Tennessee, I would just hold back and I'll just be calling Cincinnati nonstop trying to figure out how I can get T. Higgins over in Tennessee as soon as possible. That's what I would be doing.
Mm.
Not giving an old wide receiver just a truckload of money.
Yeah.
So
The Kansas City, mm, Hollywood Brown. Uh, they've
typical
improved.
signing. Typical signing.
I mean, that's a big move. Like, I mean, you add
It
another
ain't
playmaker along
big.
with Kelsey. Like,
It ain't
it's
big, but that's
Hollywood
not.
Brown. Hollywood Brown is a good receiver. He was on Arizona, so you can't really, I know, I get it, but if you look at his
He's
numbers,
alright.
like,
He's
it,
alright.
it's another
I
weapon.
mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a straight pickup. It's a smart pickup for Kansas City, getting a household name who can actually prove himself and be a reliable asset on the field. But I mean, and like they picked up. I don't know. Mike Williams, like the Jets did. I feel like Mike Williams would be a better asset than Hollywood Brown.
I don't know why You know what? It's gonna be a fight between you guys and the Chargers because the Chargers just what are they doing? Like they're setting your boy up. They are setting Herbert up to have one of the most lopsided years coming up. Like they're setting him. He has nobody. He's lost Austin Eckler. He's lost Mike Williams. Keenan Allen got traded to the Bears. Like, what are the Chargers doing? Like, I mean,
It's the full reset.
oh,
Now, let's not forget. I mean, I don't know if they still have Jared Everett. I believe he probably went to
he
another
lost.
team.
He's on too.
Yeah.
Everett's
He's
back.
gone too. But I mean, they just picked up what is it, Quentin?
Yeah,
Quentin
Quinn Williams. Yeah.
They just picked him up, so they're going to be using him. They also have well, what's the other receiver? What's his name? Josh, I think.
Josh Palmer. Palmer.
Yeah, they got Joshua Palmer. So listen,
He ain't no
pump the
Keenan
brakes for a
Allen.
little bit.
But
He
for
ain't no
Keenan,
Keenan Allen, but pump the brakes a little bit. They kind of saw this coming ahead of time, which is why they drafted those two wide receivers in the past because they were the like I said, they were just moving on up. They saw this coming. Now, not sure what they're going to do regarding the running back spot. Not really too many people still available left. They may hit up Cam Akers or
that's interesting.
who else is still on there?
Maybe maybe draft a running. I don't.
I'm sure they're going to draft a running back. I know Zeke. He's still waiting for somebody to come hit his phone up. It may
Cowboys.
be Dallas.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It more than likely it's going to be Dallas.
Wow.
Especially if the Cowboys are so hard headed that they don't draft a running back in the first or second round. Oh, best believe they're going to end up hitting up Zeke to come back.
But the Chicago Bears, oh my, they look dangerous. Like if we want to talk about a team that's here they come. Once they get Caleb, they got Keenan Allen, they got DeAndre Swift. Oh my gosh. We'll
see. We'll see.
That's how it is in free agency. You're right. That's exactly how it is in free agency. You can't win a free agency, a championship in free agency. You can only improve, or you can just keep it as flow. You just never know. You never know. So
I got it out. I'm probably gonna be 10,000 other rants along the way up to the NFL season. So it's probably not gonna be in the first, second, third, or fourth rant on this podcast that I would have about this damn organization. But you know what? I still love the boys. So it's all good.
Yeah. Bronco Nation, let's ride. And on that note, I had to do Russell. I'm sorry. And on that note, you guys, we're going to conclude this wonderful episode of the podcast. Just this the best time of the year, like my co-host said, watch the March Madness, watch it all. Enjoy all of the basketball games. Be safe out there. And you guys, we're going to come back next week, recap everything that went on, the March Madness, NBA action. If anything else NFL action happens, we'll let you guys know free agency wise. But that will conclude this episode for me, Greg, co-host, along with my other partner in crime, Darren. We will see you guys next week. Until then, peace out.
Outskis.
Throw it down, big man.